Okay, we're back. Took a little bit, but we're back. That did not work. You're gonna have to flatten those out for this one. Can I do it again? No, just there. Kind of an odd spot for this. Okay. Let's see if that works. This one too. Maybe even just rotate it. We have more time to get this connection in the middle. All right, one leg on. These two redo. Rotate it. Bring it over here. And then rotate it. There. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Okay, top of pants too long. So let's go into edit mode over here, select this and this, and we'll push them down ways. But I also would like to make the pants thicker, so we'll do that. All right, so now we got some thickness. Oh, please don't move him, just move the clothing. We'll need like a belt. So let's get it's kind of longer here than it is here. Let's move this up a little bit. I think we'll need to kind of bring this in just a little. Is the tail asymmetrical? Why is it lower on this one? Let's pull more fabric up. How about that? All right, that should work. Okay, save there. Now we can go ahead and start adding in. First I just want it a little bit more baggy. So we'll take the bottom point, pull that out a ways, give it a little bit more of like a boot cut kind of look. Usually I'm just doing this because I do like to. I mean, the whole point of using Marvelous Designer is so you can get the benefits of having it be fabric. So the wrinkles are really what I'm after. So otherwise you could just make a tube. So wrinkles are what we're after. All right, looks good. So now we need to add pockets. We'll do like a little belt. Yeah, stitch that. Let's start with that. That sounds fun. So boom, boom. We'll offset as internal line. Let's do 20, I guess 40. Okay. Then take those and cut and sew. Perfect. And I'm just going to straighten this out because it's a little easier that way. Okay, there we go. And then for the belt pieces, we'll select the edge and just kind of bring it in a little bit. So that way it should have some tension. Actually hold the fabric against the body. Go. Save. No pockets. So let's go to a rectangle. Actually, sorry, internal rectangle. Give it something like this. That's way too much, but we can start refining it. Something. A little more like that. Okay. And then we're gonna take the edge of this. We're going to, I guess we'll split it. And just do a uniform split, 2 segments. It's straight down. I'd love like a 20. That's 90 degrees. Oh, math. That should be fine. Something like that. Okay. Then, I wonder if I can convert this directly to an external. Clone as header. Oh. Okay. Then we're going to go to sewing, segment sewing, boom, 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 boom. Take this, flip it around, move it to the other side. Then we'll also right-click symmetric pattern with sewing for the other side. Yay! Okay, now we got some fabric. So for these pieces, we're going to add some thickness to them. Hello, Evan. Welcome. I'll set it to 8. Actually, it would be nice to straighten this out too. Something like that. Did I miss your daily cat assault? Oh, they're around. They're in the sun, passed out. How's your day going? We're going to make this a little bit taller. I'm clicking just the edge. Right about there. That should give us some wrinkles. Okay, that looks good. Day's over now, time to chill out and maybe get on VR. Exciting. Can I offset an internal line here? Cool. I got these little pieces. That's gonna really help with the realism. Cool. Let's do the bottom. And we'll actually need do I want the inside seam first or second? Guess we'll start with first. Sorry to yawn. Split, delete, change length. Like offset as internal line. 20. Yeah, we'll do cut and sew. Okay. It'll give us a nice edge there. Go. And we'll do the same. Right. So what we can do is actually make these pieces a little bit smaller. That should give us more wrinkles inside. So for example, if we just straighten this out a little bit, we can do that just by actually leaving the curves. Straighten that out more later, but it give us a little bit more tension. A little more. Interesting. I would have expected that to tug at the rest of the fabric a little bit better. Okay. Very cool software. It looks like it makes it a lot easier to make clothes. 100%. Yeah, I added this to my toolkit not too long ago. And it's been pretty fun. It's nice to make clothing where you're like, oh, this is a, you know, if you had a life-size statue of Ebonhorn, you could actually put this clothing on him. Because these are actual sewing patterns too. Like you can print these out and put them together, and you would expect it to look pretty similar to how it is. All right, let's do the. I guess we want the little cover that goes on the front. Oh, pockets. Let me look at that. Jeans. How are they doing it? When I manage to turn into a real life Eben, I will come to you for the sewing patterns. Heck yeah. All right, we'll do some pockets right over here. We're going to start with an internal line. I guess it goes kind of like this. Pull that down. It's kind of a big pocket. So maybe we can all right, pretty good. Now this little piece here, we add some thickness to it. So we'll add maybe even 10, just to get it kind of push against the body a little bit. I'm gonna flare out the angles so the floof can stick out at the ends. It's a good question actually, because for the leg and arm warmers, I have them kind of, they're pretty skin tight. Like there's not a lot of volume to them. Would you want me to make it so that most of the clothing is kind of wrapped around the floof? Or just in this case, having the floof poke through for the pants? Excuse me. Now, can I add a pattern? I guess I can. We'll add an offset or a line. Something like that. I'm going to dissolve that point. Convert to curve. Well, actually, I do want the curve there. It's a little bit open there. Funny. I want a little bit more bunching up there. So the butt a little bit bigger. Cloth wise, just add a bit more cloth. Just like there. Oops. Nice. Nice. Okay. I think the way I picture my head, there would be some bulk at the ends where the floof is, and then it springs out with clothing ends, is if that is possible. It should definitely be doable. Probably just like kind of take the pieces from the body or find a way to disable them properly. Probably the disabling. That'll make the most sense. Okay, so now let's make a rectangle. Do it right here. And kind of take this point. Oh, I guess I could have actually So if I do this, can I convert? Oh, no. Offset clone as pattern. Does that work? Kind of. Almost. Point. So it's X for this hotkey, Z for select. That was a little goofy. I don't want to straighten it out actually. All right, let's segment sew this here. Overlapping. Oh, it's already sewed? Nice. Okay. Can I delete just this side? No. Maybe. Let's see. Right click, delete line. Split. No. Cut and sew, roll up. That does not seem to be the case. How do I connect that? I think I'd have to add a point right here. Perfect. Okay, nice. Then we'll select that. Let's take the thickness and we'll do 10. Give it some volume. Can I solidify it? Solidify always seems to kind of betray me, but I'm curious I'm learning it properly. Solidify. There. Really seem to do much. We have additional thickness and extrusion. It's too much. Double-sided, not what I like. UV expansion, back face, side face. I didn't see any additional geometry when I did that. Okay, we'll skip that for now. And we do actually need to edit it a little bit. This should go up further. So we'll take this. We're gonna click, right click, offset pattern outline. Can I do that again? Yeah. $40. Bam. Perfect. Here. Point. No, not a point. Yes, because I would have to cut it. So, no. So, right, back to segment sewing. Sew this to here. Delete that. So this to here. Okay. Yeah, it needs to just go up a little bit further. Actually, that's interesting. I suppose on an actual jeans pattern, there's probably one side that kind of comes out farther. Yes, I don't know. Oh yeah, no, it's this right here. That cut is a lot wider than this one, so inherently there's going to be kind of a space. Okay. So we got the jeans, we got the shirt. Let's export them from Marvelous and see how much they need to change to fit properly. I might even export something we could have the cloth sit on. I like that. So save. Excuse me. Export. We're going to do OBJ. Select all patterns, single object, or welding here, which I prefer because I usually weld anyway. Save, open Blender. Hello, Popstar, welcome. Just waking up finally. Well, good morning. See my Discord message right away. Not sure how easy it is to change the length of the arms after making all the clothing. It's actually very straightforward. So we can still always edit those arms afterwards, post. And it's a little nice because then we're editing all of them together. Just super useful. Okay, warmers. Now we're going to jump in here. I'm going to make a template edit. So I keep having to do this, remake these components. And then edit, low poly, and high poly. Should have put that in the other order. Okay, that's our little structure. Move this here, and duplicate it, and move it down here. I'm gonna have to do this a few times. Well, Rudo Exporter received an update today. I was just looking at that email. It's pretty exciting, honestly, to get a new tool and have it updated right away. And I might, let's see, it's 1 now, Worktel 2. I think at 2, I'll download that new version and try to re-export Foxhound using it. See if we can get that working properly. Okay, casual outfit. Edit. There was no reason for me to make that template. I guess just to have the structure. Okay, hide that. High poly, save. Now we're going to do file, import obj, up to Marvelous exports. Jeans. All right. We'll add a subdivision. Oh, of course. Dang it. I always do that. I'm actually going to undo importing them, go back to Marvelous, and in mesh type, I'm going to switch to quad optimized. And I'm also going to lower the particle distance a little bit. Let it play for a second. Okay. Looking pretty good. Save. Double click everything, file, export, obj. Send this to jeans, overwrite, yes. Okay, save. Back to Blender, file, import, obj, jeans. Let's look at the wireframe, perfect. And subdivision. Beautiful. The subdivision's going to clean up a lot of these edges right there. I don't want this one to weld. It's actually quite useful. Okay, good. We'll just start with that. I'm not going to get too wrapped up in editing anything right now, because I would also like to export those jeans, or the shirt. I keep doing that. Because I named it jeans, didn't I? Pants, jeans, shirt. Open. There's a bot in here. And it's gone. Okay, double click these. We need to do the same thing. I'm going to lower that particle distance. Scroll down a little bit more. Go to optimized. Let play for a second. Let it pause, save. File, export, OBJ. Go. Back to here, save. I could make this an active link, but I lose the ID maps, which is a bummer. Yeah, that's cool. All right. Subdivision. Nice and smooth. And let's see what he looks like. All right, a little bit of overlap is expected. Actually should work out pretty well if I disable some of the fur. It looks quite good up front. Doesn't touch the arms, that's good. Now for the pants, we'll need something to bring that out. SCP 1471, a Minotaur man. Is there a Minotaur SCP? Not going to do that. Keep this on, unable to select. Go to body edit, body components. So here, we're going to add a cube, subdivided. And we'll add a mirror to it. I can't, to be honest. Well, hello, Foxhound. Welcome, welcome. Hope your day's going well. Okay. That will allow us to build like a block out of where the fur will go to. Hopefully you're doing swell also. Thank you. I am. Been a good day. I've been working on a secret project that I'm quite excited about. I think think people will be, well, hopefully it works out, first of all. Because I'm doing research. I don't know if I'm making a project. But I thought of something cool. And I can't wait to show people if it works. All right, let's export all collections here. We'll save. Go back to Marvelous. Oh, wait, actually, I think we'll want one more shape. He's a cow, and he go moo. Moo, moo, moo. Hopefully that doesn't feel too weird. I might get rid of that one later. But for now, we'll call this for proxy, feet, and for proxy. Hello, Peepster. Welcome. Models looking nice. Thank you. So we're kind of doing some additional outfits from a model from about a year ago, actually. Time flies. All right, we're going to take this model, delete. We're going to do a bit of this. Bam. Add that right in. Standard. Okay. Should basically fit in the same spot. Fingers crossed. But how you doing, Peepster? It's been a while. Up to anything fun? Where are my fur proxies? Oh, it didn't export because I didn't have all the collections enabled. There we go. Actually exported now. Back in here, delete that one more time. Drop this in one more time. Standard. And the day is just flying by. Back to school for 3D animation. We'll be happy to have some projects to work on. Well, heck yeah, that's exciting. Ooh. Definitely went a lot further into the neck than I expected. But I guess the fur is there. So we'll design around it for now. Well, that is super, super exciting. Is there any particular aspect you're focusing on for 3D modeling? 3D animation. Lately, been looking into note-taking apps like Obsidian or Notion. I think me having something that looked like Notion open at some point. I was curious what your setup was. I use Obsidian. I didn't really know of Notion beforehand. I think there's a like an open source alternative to Obsidian that's out called slate, I think, or granite or something like that. And that looked kind of tempting. But the reason I like Obsidian is just because I can pay $5 a month and have my notes synced everywhere. Always makes me feel like I should be taking more notes, though. But I like it. I like it a lot. It's fun too because it's like a directory on your computer. I can actually use some local LLM stuff that I have, and kind of like, hey, format these notes for me, or make a new document doing research on this stuff. So I think that is one aspect I do really like about having it just on my hard drive, all the files on my hard drive. I don't know what the other options offer, but I'd say that's a win for Obsidian in my book. All right, we adjusted the shirt, which is a little odd. I need to add some like noise to this shape. Let's do I actually could. Fun. Let's try adding a displace. And we'll use a group called proximity. Sure. And we'll add that as the mask. And we'll add a modifier to vertex weight proximity to the body, doing that vertex group. And we want to hit it with geometry. Oh, right, I have to put that after subdivision. Sometimes I have to actually assign the weights first. Yes. Lowest. Oh, I see. What about using Obsidian? Having real text files is super appealing. Notion makes it so easy to connect pages to each other, but the fact that it's online only makes me. Yeah, I do. The more time I spend on my computer, the more like I want to be able to own my data. Though I'm still using their cloud share, so who knows how much protection I really have. I think we just got to go with that. That looks fine. I'm just getting a little too complicated with it. Maybe just smooth out the back shape a little bit. Something like something like that. A little bit more inside the fur, like it's been squished. Means I now need to delete this again. Drag it in again. And make it a bit smaller as the fur is being compressed down by the shirt. I beat you to it. All right. Fitting suit cannot be created. That's fine. Play again. Okay. Yeah, it looks a little bit more natural. Great minds and all that. And there'll still be some fur poking out, so I feel like it'll look more natural once we've got that all looking good. Then we'll save this. Actually, we'll export it. Boom. J. Shirt. Sleepy kitty cats. Save that. Loading. Open up the pants. Open. Click. Delete. And use Obsidian at all for TTRPG stuff. I did do it for some brainstorming, and I like being able to visualize stuff afterwards. I think that's pretty cool. Mostly just note taking or brainstorming for it. I don't usually use it while I'm playing. I think these need to be smaller as well. Well, yeah, well, maybe not, because they need to go over. Maybe just narrower. Narrow. The bottom can't change, but the sides might be able to. Let's go here. Yeah, I don't want to be able to necessarily see shape. Okay, I'll try that. Save. Back to here. One more time. Delete. And all right, let's see what happens. It's really not that much thinner. Okay. We're gonna take these and these and move them over. Pinfu Boo. I'm stalking. Well, welcome, Pinfu. Hello, hello. Hope your day's going well. We're making a Minotaur man. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. I like being able to control the shape a little bit more with these forms. I'll probably do a lot more of that actually. Using little like stand-in shapes. Yeah, that was super useful. Cool. I've been recommended by Eben to commission you. Well, I'm certainly open to that. And thank you for the recommendation, Eben. I appreciate it. I'll show off where we're at in just a moment. We're getting all our objects into one spot. Ooh. Sorry to yawn. But yeah, I'd be happy to discuss. What kind of character are you thinking? I already re-export the shirt. Probably. That means I've got the jeans. Perfect. 1247. I just exported it, didn't I? Yeah, that looks correct. Okay, cool. Nice that we can visualize that in File Explorer now. There's probably some much better File Explorer alternatives that I should look into. It's a weird mix of dragon slash giraffe. Oh, very cool. And hyena. I've got one drawing I've made. Sorry, work. I can bet on my tits you'd be able to bring them to life. Well, I'm excited to see what that design actually looks like. That's pretty interesting. I've been seeing a lot more giraffe OCs lately, which is interesting. Where am I putting these? Just putting them in the casual outfit. Hi, Polly. Deleted. Shirt and jeans. Cool. It definitely looks denser. Yeah, that looks more correct. Cool. I like that. It's a little hard to see, but once we actually get the logic in to hide the rest of the body, I think that'll be a pretty solid recipe. Cool. Finally, Evan isn't walking around naked. Bless. Put on some clothes, Minotaur. That looks so cool. I love the fabric that actually like catches. I think that's super cool. Might switch it up a little bit there. Oh, oh goodness, I'm sorry to yawn. All right, let's go ahead and start blocking out some of the other clothing. You know what? Actually, I'm kind of tired of working Marvelous. I'm gonna start retopologizing these objects. Retopologizing. And a little bubble butt blend shape. I'd pay to troll him. It's like, feel like some beach balls walking around. All right, let's start with the shirt. Save that. We'll make a new collection here, which will be called Shirt Low Poly. And in here, we're going to make a circle of 8. We're going to mirror this object. Oop. Oh. Look at my hotkeys too fast. Mirror, subdivide, shrink wrap. There we go. Let's go ahead and join down, vertical split, and switch this to properties. Okay, now we'll have an easier time going through my stuff here. Just a little cluttered. Okay, so click, shrink wrap, body. All right, now we can go ahead and kind of line this up. There, so boom. Okay, then we're going to extrude. Get that over the shoulder. Do some cuts. On the top, hit 0.6 ESX0 to extrude to the middle. put a cut here, there, and there. Delete these ones. Select that edge. Oh, move that up a little bit. Yeah, that'll work. Cursor here. E-O-S. 6S. Push it to a sphere. All right. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. We're just doing some retopology. Okay. Always kind of a slow process doing this. All right. We're going to undo the merge on the mirror. Apply the subdivision. Duplicate and apply the shrink wrap. Take the middle. 0.6SX0. Straighten that out. Now we got this kind of ugly, beat up mesh, but we'll use our favorite slide relax here and just do a bit of that. Boom. Easy. Easy retopology. Okay. Getting a little crunchy right there. One more time. Right. That looks good. Shade smooth. Apply the shrink wrap. Or apply the mirror. Then apply the shrink wrap. Be darn good. Okay. Now, still need to make sure it's actually fitting over everything. It probably is not. Let's get rid of the shrink wrap too soon. Like so. And actually merge in the middle. This. Bridge, edge loops, merge. Boom. Overall, I think that looks pretty good. Okay, perfect. Apply the shrink wrap. Now onto UV editing. We're going to start slicing. At the back. The middle here. Boom. Boom. Right here as well. Seam. I actually don't want to. Boom. Okay, these first two, super easy. Pin them straight. This one, I'm going to select the back. Oops. Boom, boom. Select the top, point 2. All right. Keep clothing easy. We're gonna have to fill up this space with some of the other clothes as well, but that's pretty close to the final package. Okay, onto the pants. Must be shirt, shirt. All right. Like that. New collection. Jeans. Okay. Same deal. Add a circle. Circle of 8. Mirror. Subdivision. Shrink wrap. Oh. Get this all lined up. Deselect that middle point. Push that up. Something like this. Then select that middle point again. Not bad. Okay. Let's apply that subdivision. Duplicate, apply shrink wrap. What are we working with now? Going to sculpt. Get that nice and evened out. We do need the middle, actually in the middle. Very important. All right. Not too shabby. Shade smooth. And then this one's a super easy cut. Here. Or actually, yeah, we do want to cut there. Then let's go to the mirror, turn off the merge, apply the mirror. And apply the shrink wrap. Bridge these. Something got weird in here. It's the shrink wrap. Okay. All right, unwrap. Now we got some pantaloons. We'll take the top, pin it, flatten it, distribute it. Now we got a nice group here. For these ones, we'll do 0.8, pin them, scale them up, individually scale them down. Pretty close. 0.2, pin them. There. Okay. One of these is the very middle. This one right here. Not too shabby. At this point, I'd like to line up here. Is that how I did it last time? Pretty sure. Actually, more like this. Boom. Boom. All right. These are here. Push them up a little ways. Okay. Close enough. Okay. That was pretty fast. So we'll say jeans, good score. And jeans, a good score. Actually need to make sure the edges are where they should be. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Dang it. All right, add a shrink wrap one more time. Let's see, does that change our UV map a bunch? Doesn't seem to be the case. So now we got our low poly shirt, our jeans, and they look good. So here on, we can see there's a little bit of intersection there. Don't really want that here as well. So we'll actually add a deform displace. We'll go to our vertex groups. We're going to add one cells. So we can just very mildly increase the shape. So I want it to be in the same spot for baking, but not the same spot for in-game usage. So that should prevent the intersection of the pants. And we also should do this. So that way we can get to make sure it fits over the body too. Turn up that strength a little. Something like this. Copy. And we actually just started painting a random group, not a group we actually want to use. Ooh. Turn on symmetry. I guess topology mirror. I don't know how well that's going to work in this case. It doesn't seem to be working at all. All right. And this isn't super important, because we can do some tricks later to just ensure that it's not even possible to clip objects, but I like making sure that if that fails, we have a good backup where it basically should be. And I'm actually going to reset that now. Good amount of cake. Hello, Arctic. Welcome. Exactly. Got to keep the cake contained. I don't want to increase should have left the displace amount at 1. But I should be able to just manually levels this. So we're going to do a gain of, if I increased it to 1, should be 0.5, so all right, clothing. Oops. Sculpting is kicking my butt at the moment. I'm stuck in the loop of making the shape better, then fixing it to fit the ref, then fixing the shape, then fitting it to the ref. Plus side, it does feel like I'm making progress, but heck, it's taking a while. Yeah, sculpting's a big pain in the butt. The remeshing as well is something that I always felt kind of worked against me, because I would like sculpt it a little bit and then I'd remesh and I'd have to go back and refine those same details again. So I don't know if you're familiar with Dynabrush, but that's a nice workaround where you can just kind of only increase the resolution where you're painting. Trying to sculpt without dying topo because it very quickly gets out of control and I end up hitting a bazillion faces, leaving that till the end when I've gotten the shape right. Gotcha. Okay. We got the basic clothing, casual outfit, but there are more pieces, more garments that I'd like to get in, or at least get started. So we have the jeans blocked out, we got the t-shirt blocked out, we'd want a hoodie, and then the lumberjack outfit. So yeah, let's just get those Marvelous designers set up now, designer files. For all the outfits, there's probably some additional refining that is required, but it'll be a lot faster if I have the whole pipeline set up. So I'm going to start this now. And in about 20 minutes, I will start winding down the stream. There's a new add-on I'd like to try. Hopefully that will allow me to convert avatars to VTubers easily, but see how it goes. Okay, hoodie. Probably have just enough time for just the hoodie. Not going to worry about the lumberjack outfit at the moment. Boom. My mood has basically been, what am I doing? I'm messing it all up. I don't know how this all fits together. It zooms out. My boy! My boy! I'm sorry to hear that. That's rough. I'm sure after you like take some time away from it, you'll come back to it knowing exactly what you want. Sweet hoodie. All right. So we'll do window, library. Pretty sure there is a hoodie starting point in here. Yes, there is. Drag that out. Add. Okay. Bada boom, bada boom. We'll save. Onto the hoodie. Do I want to replace it? Yes. It'll also look a lot better with hair. Poor boy is bald. So bald. Are you sculpting so you're sculpting a character? I guess I assumed you were sculpting your trees again for your world project. That's cool. I'd love to see a new avatar. It's cool have seeing your like catalog of characters in your castle. I thought that was really satisfying. I need to just throw this on him. I'm working on so many things at the moment. 3 different sculpting things, 2 trees plus 2 avies. Well, the results are paying off. Let's pull this apart. Looks like it's got crumpled on itself somehow. It's gonna be hard to avoid bunching up on the tail because that's just where it is. Excuse me. Interesting. This one doesn't have any arrangement points at all. Can I import arrangement points? That would be really cool. Whoa. Nice. Very cool. Right, this is it's like no, not Kane. Ra Raziel? Something like that. Very cool. Get the hell on there. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Whew. Raziel. Actually, I don't know how that's pronounced. Raziel. It's been so long since I played those games. Oh, yeah, I didn't know he's an angel. Historically. Brazil. Brazil. All right, now to struggle with this arm. Come on. It's so close. Get on there. Free. um, Watching the Let's Play through 1+2 Remaster makes me want to go back and play Defiance again. I think all this Seraphan were named after angels. See, IRC. Also played the Blood Omen Remaster, which I could never find in shops back in the day, so missed out. I did see like a big old list of emulated games to play recently. I was like, man, it would be fun to go back and play some older games. Like I'm sure some of them are super slow, but I do miss a lot of the aesthetic and vibe of like 90s games and stuff. Especially because I totally missed out on 90s PC games. Like I only had a N64. All right, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna save. Apparently, the original Blood Omen had horrendous loading times. Thankfully, that's not a problem. It's 5. I would imagine probably play like 20 of the game at 20 of those games at once. All right, let's go ahead and bring. You know what? How do I want to do this? So I need to. I guess I need to make this open. It's still holding together here. Must be these here. I guess not. Have I ever played Sly Cooper? Is that the No, I never did. I always mix that up with the like Time Cat game. What's that called? Blink. Blinks. A question about your commissions. Absolutely. Does face tracking cost extra? It does cost extra. Usually charge about $200 extra for face tracking, just because it takes some. It's harder to iterate on, harder to test. Because I have to. I don't have a. I have to use my iPhone to face track and test. So but not too bad. I think that's a pretty reasonable price for. And we can always add it later. So if it's not something you want to add at the beginning, we can always plan to have it added later. Okay, why are these sticking together still? Is that just where they fall naturally? I guess so. Okay, well that's nice. Actually, that's awesome. All right, beautiful. Sometimes it's really hard to get the hood lined up or the sweater lined up. We're going to try to make a blend shape where they merge together too. The raccoon. Yeah, I was looking at it's over here. It looks pretty cool. I do miss a lot of the aesthetic of games that I just feel like, especially like I feel like this game. I don't know if I miss this particular aesthetic, but it is definitely just a very specific look, that 2000s. It's an interesting game. Oh, they did make a sequel. Who plays Sly Cooper? Played Spyro and Crash Bandicoot, though. Couldn't afford too many games, too expensive. Also had Resident Evil 1+2, but not Silent Hill. Probably for the best that early on. Probably for the best. I was obsessed with Silent Hill once I played it for the first time. suppose I still am a little bit. Hmm. The bunching up on the back. I don't know how much I can or want to do about that. I think our only real option is simply to just kind of bring this up, really. So that way it's not so. Or that's a little too far. Go, let's say, just right there. Come on. Better. Still not enough. Okay, that looks good. Let's make that hoodie bigger. Let's save. You're right with the aesthetic, and most still keep it like that. That's kind of becoming a little nostalgic in my ripe old age. Watched a playthrough of the Silent Hill 2 remaster recently, and they did such a good job. I got such old school vibes from it, even though I never played it. I could just feel it. Hey, Liz, they got the VR version for that one, right? We should do a. Maybe I should do a Halloween stream playing through that. Is it on the PC? Oh, it is. Okay, very cool. And well, maybe I'll put that up because we got like a month and a half. Wait, 2 months basically till Halloween. I'll play that on stream in VR at some point. Maybe that'll be a thing we can do. That'd be pretty fun. I really haven't done any scary games in VR, so that might be a frightening experience. We'll make the hood a little bit bigger. Love war games, especially in VR, but I'm such a massive coward I can never play them unless it's multiplayer. There's some good scary maps on just VR chat itself, right? I can't do scary games all the time, so I really don't go seeking them out myself, but I think that'd be a fun thing to do on stream. I could do it if stream was watching. I don't think I could. Chat's there with me. Give me strength, chat. I don't think I could do it completely alone. Tried playing Amnesia once. I got up the stairs in the first room before I had to turn it off. Tried the devouring. Hubs found me hiding behind a sofa at one point. All right, well, maybe we'll do that. That sounds fun. sections there. I got stuck in the basement part. We just couldn't make certain jumps, so never had a chance to finish it. Until then, it was great and spoopy experience. Fine. I'm terrible at platformers, like jumping puzzles. Good. Okay, we're gonna leave the hoodie there, and we're gonna switch gears a little bit because I want to try and get Foxhound converted. See how that goes. All right. So, VR chat. Warudo. The products, avatars, character forge, Warudo SDK. Where's my? Oh, maybe it's in Creator Companion. Yes, VRC Abby Warudo Converter. Do, 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 do. Look, I need to go into the Patreon and get version of this. Just updated to 1.4. Okay. Probably need to clear out the project and reinstall. All right. So, version 1.4 of this project. Resources, VR chat. Drop that there. It installs it as a package. So should I delete? Let me see what it says. Just updated 1.4. If you already imported the Warudo SDK, delete your project. Assets Warudo SDK and your assets packages folder. That's nice. Be what I need. Fix to having any VRC Fury components in the avatar breaking your avatar Warudo. Okay. That could have been what I was experiencing. How to update? Either delete the your project packages. Oh, okay. Gotta delete a few things, which is annoying. So I want to delete Warudo SDK. Your project packages IO. I don't see an IO. Window package manager. It's not here either. Strange. All right, we're just going to go for it. If it breaks, it breaks, and I can just reinstall everything. It is there, IO, but I don't see it here. So this GitHub folder apparently is here, but I just don't see it for some reason. I'm guessing it must be this folder. Must actually be this folder there. There it is. Okay. Let's delete that. So delete that. I have the Warudo SDK. Delete that. Loading. Okay, now the package. Everything's new. Import. Loading. This will probably be just about. Also, got to get food sorted out. Have a nice rest of your day. Sounds good, Arctic. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your sculpting. Catch you later. Bye. And I'll probably be shutting down the stream soon. Either way. Okay. Let's check your project or a few incompatible scripts. Final IK. Where is that? I don't see it. Assets, plugins, root motion. Default location folder you should move is at assets, plugins. Oh, okay, it was tucked in there. I think that's gonna break it. Ooh. So what I just deleted. All right, let's see if this is working. So normalize avatar. Materials are already locked. Translate lens shapes. No. Convert VR chat to Unity constraints. Yes. Assign control. Lens shape proxy. There is a gear icon. Move VR chat components. Keep fizz bones and colliders. Sure. Okay. Export. Let's see how this goes. chilling. After this, here for the day. We're doing good though. We're blocking out a lot of the clothes super fast, which is awesome. Um, I have to turn off my webcam in order to, oh, do I have to? I suppose I don't. Wait, chilling. Hope everyone had a good day out there. Oh. I have some very exciting things I'm working on in the background. Something I haven't seen anyone else do, so excited. Form submitted. Thank you. Thank you so much. Also, feel free to add me on Discord. It's just Sam Detter. And but I'll also reach out to you on the. I'll reach out to you on the forum. Don't worry about it, because you already put all that work in. I'll take care of the rest. I have to get on the road just after this, so I may not respond until later this evening. But I'm looking forward to seeing what you want, seeing your character design. Interesting. Looks good though. He's moving, and the cigar is moving with him, and it's closed. Oh, okay, so things are working. But not quite properly. So here, convert VR chat, remove VR chat components. Let's say keep working objects in scene, because it should be running VRC Fury. I have all of these things on there, including on the clothing to join. So it should have joined together. Maybe I need to restart Unity. Oh, we'll see. Let's just try one more time. Yeah. Take your time. It's a very simple sketch, but through Discord, we may be able to communicate better. I appreciate professionalism. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's part of why I stream. I feel like it makes me real. It's people can see me work. Definitely excited to work on a dragon. I do like working on dragons. Need to find more references. I need to find some good beefy muscle references. Well, wrestlers are a great reference for. There's like this picture. It's like Olympic body types. Super interesting. But it's super interesting. It's like just a bunch of different people who have all these different body types for the kind of sport that they do. You can see there's just like tons of variation and stuff. Super fascinating. Hopefully that's not a shocking image to anyone. It's just a interesting. OBS was yelling at me. All right, we did update, but it looks like the clothing still isn't attaching. So, okay, I can only spend another 20 minutes on this. Then I really hate rushing, but let's try dragging out the character from scratch, doing the pumpkin, export it one more time. I can always re-export the clothing to actually be in the T-pose. That'd be simple enough to do. But VRC Fury should be combining the armatures. So the arms should be moving with the clothing. But the scar's moving. That's a really good sign. That was one of the main problems you're encountering before. Internal error. Oh, there we go. Plugin has thrown an exception of type null reference exception. It says it was a successful build, though. Except for this. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Okay, well, it's still not moving the body around properly, so I'm assuming that Larudo, whoops, still didn't update correctly, and I am correct in that assumption. Okay, let's assume something's wrong with Unity, because that should work, especially if it's meant to work with VRC Fury. Let's just close this project. Reopen it. Also, do I need to get VRC Fury? It will save you a lot of time, but it's not designed specifically for VTubing. So I would say it's probably just going to get in your way if you haven't already built your character in VRChat. I'm going to disable remove VRChat components. So I wonder if that's including VRC Fury. If you just search VRC Fury in Google, you're going to be taken to VRC Fury page, and they've got you go to the download and install. If you click this one, it's going to add it to your creator companion, this thing here. Oh yeah, super easy. If you do the creator companion option, it's basically a one-click thing. Plugins, no reference. Okay, well, I gotta assume that that's what's causing it to break here. But what is the reference to that's breaking? So we do have this. NDMF avatar root. This is an experimental component, may be changed or removed. Is that baked onto here? No, it's just this character prefab that gets created. Got to add CC install already. What a convenient tool. It is quite convenient. Understand. I just gotta throw that up on the Discord and see what response I can get, because I can sit here trying to figure it out myself, but I'll probably spend way too long attempting to do so. So let's go to pumpkin. Via Discord, right? There we go. Wish there was like a tutorial of furry head sculpting. You can always look up time lapses. That might give you a lot of info. Um, as well. Okay, perfect. We're gonna call it there. I'm just waiting on a response from the creator of that tool to see what's going on. So we're gonna stop here. Thank you all for hanging out. Hope everyone's having an amazing day. Definitely enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be back tomorrow, and tomorrow we're just gonna keep working on some clothing. What is tomorrow? Wednesday? Yeah, no, today's Wednesday. Wow, week is going by quick. So tomorrow's Thursday. We'll just keep plugging away, getting the clothing done. True, thank you. I forgot about that. No problem at all. Popstar, enjoy your day. Ebonhorn, enjoy your day. Arctic already left. Anyone else that's lurking out there? Oh, and Pinfu Boo. I will be reaching out to you later today. Thank you again for filling out that form. And thank you, Evan, for recommending. Who else came by? Beefster and Fox Gamer. Thank you all for coming by. Enjoy your day. I'll see you tomorrow for Thursday. Got some exciting stuff to show soon. Bye, everyone. Bye.